Hey, this is really, really bizarre. This may be one of the biggest, most jarring instances of saying that A is actually B, or that 2 + 2 = 5, or that, that double speak reminiscent of George Orwell. I told you yesterday that there was a really important race Tuesday in Texas's 6th congressional district. It was a runoff where a Trump endorsed Republican went against another Republican not endorsed by Trump. And the Trump endorsee lost, not by a crazy amount, but by about 6 points. There was no question that they lost. And this was our first signal about, is Donald Trump going to be able to play kingmaker in 2022? Trump needs to successfully be a kingmaker in 2022 to have a better shot at running in 2024 and to continue raising money and to continue at the head of the Republican Party, et cetera, et cetera. And now Trump is calling it a win. It's absolutely bizarre. There's a very interesting article in Axios where Trump spoke to Jonathan Swan on the phone. Listen to this. Trump's advisors are angry at David McIntosh, president of the Conservative Club for Growth, for persuading Trump to endorse a losing candidate in the special election for Texas's 6th district. So first of all, it's blaming others. Why it matters. Susan Wright's defeat Tuesday in a Republican runoff with Navy veteran Jake Ellzey dealt a blow to Trump's aura of invincibility as a Republican kingmaker. It's critical to his 22 midterm endorsements and continued hold on the Republican Party. Trump advisors and allies have been ambivalent about the club's advice and thought he should stay out of this Republican on Republican contest. They take the long view and are protective of his successful record so far in Republican Party primary endorsements. McIntosh did not respond to repeated requests for comments. But this is the wacky part. Trump himself disputed the result dented his power. In a phone call with Axios on Wednesday, the former president conceded McIntosh had pushed him to support Wright, but blamed Democrats for Ellzey's victory. He also said he actually won. Day is night, black is white, up is down. He said he won because Wright bested Ellzey in the initial primary, and the runoff came down to 2 Republicans he liked. So Trump is doing revisionist history. He's saying, well, okay, of these 2 Republicans, I endorsed one and that Republican lost. That might look like I lost, but no, I actually like both Republicans. So really, it's a win. Now, of course, this is absurd because if that's the way Trump saw it, then he shouldn't have endorsed anybody. And this is incredible revisionist history. Trump then goes on to say, I think this is the only race we've lost together. Trump said of McIntosh and the Club for Growth before catching himself mid-sentence on the word lost. This is the only race this is not a loss. Again, I don't want to claim it is a loss. This was a win. The big thing is we had 2 very good people running that were both Republicans. That is the win. Trump is notorious for shifting or refusing to accept blame for any failure, whether as a businessman or as a politician. The Club for Growth spent more than $1 million on the runoff, making it easily the top outside spender. So what's interesting is you and I are going to look at this and we are going to evaluate it on the merits. But even losses, Trump is calling wins, and he's completely divorced from reality. Maggie Haberman from the New York Times sent an interesting tweet, which was the biggest complaint Republican candidates who might run in 24 have is that Trump gets a presumption of strength he doesn't actually have anymore. We don't actually know yet for long term of Republican Party, but last night was an unequivocal loss in a race he didn't need to step into. Also, some conspiracies starting quickly. Maggie Haberman writing, there are also some interesting conspiracy theories going around right now in Trump land, blaming various Republican senior electeds for why Wright lost. For example, are people intentionally trying to diminish Trump's clout? My reaction to that is, of course, there are conspiracy theories starting to spread. This is a loss for Trump. Let's see what happens on the next one in building up this picture of how influential he will or won't be. He could also be influential, but in the negative sense, that he influences people to lose by giving them an endorsement. It could end up being like an anti-endorsement. It's just too early to tell. One of the best ways to support our show is by supporting our sponsors. And today, one of those sponsors is Sheath Underwear. It's the summer. It's hot and humid, meaning with traditional underwear, we're dealing with sweating, sticking, and chafing. That is what Sheath Underwear is solving with the unique boxer brief design with the multiple ergonomic compartments in the front. keeping everything separate, dry, cool, and comfortable. This is the future of underwear. Stop wearing uncomfortable underwear that constricts and mashes. Instead, keep yourself comfy and sweat-free. With Sheath underwear, my experience with it has been fantastic. I'm recommending it to everybody. Do yourself a favor. Try an awesome product. You can find a link right underneath this video. And don't forget to use the promo code PACMAN for 20% off.